I got myself a Sonic McDonald's Happy Meal. Hopefully it has my giant robot so it can show how I'm the bigger man I could be. Let's see. The fast boy! He thinks he can outsmart me! I'm the outsmarterer! Well, so it's like that, McDonald's? Okay, we're not friends! So I have one final message before I sign off. Later, hater! Alrighty then, my royal chums, it is I, Daniel, you may call me the pop culture dude, and as it's been a week of the announcement of Sonic Movie 3 coming in theaters December 20th, 2024, and as we're highly anticipated for Sonic Movie 3 to hopefully compete with Avatar 3, which obviously we're going to care more about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 more than Avatar 3, subjectively speaking, I decided to wrap up for at least one last Sonic Movie 2 video ever since I did an unboxing review of the first Sonic movie on Blu-ray on this channel, and my giant merch haul review of every single Sonic the Hedgehog 2 item I've owned around late April, and now we're just going to wrap it all off with the cherry on top, and that is unboxing the Blu-ray. And what do you know? Looks like we just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Hopefully it's not my insurance payments, and let's see, and voila! Looks like we got Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Blu-ray, so let's take a closer look, up closer detail by detail, but comparison to my other Sonic Blu-rays. Wow! As we move aside from this beautiful wallpaper Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and look what we have here, we have ourselves a collection. We got the first movie on Blu-ray, we got a Sonic Boom DVD set with some action figures, including some PlayStation 4 video games of Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing. But before I play the comparison game, let's get the Blu-ray up closely in comparison. And now we get a much better close-up of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Blu-ray, which it has a digital coded side, which this is probably my favorite poster out of all of the marketing promotion of this movie, which don't get me wrong, I did like the one where they recreated the 1992 Sonic 2 game cover, but with the movie characters, but there's something special about this poster that stands out because it's red and blue, it shows Sonic vs. Knuckles, it shows all the main characters, so I really like this cover a lot, and it shows the names of the actors, James Marsden, Ben Schwartz, Idris Elba, and Jim Carrey, and sadly, no credit to the voice of Tails, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, or even Tika Sutter because their names are not that recognizable as these guys, but come on, at least some posters credit their names after when fans outcry for it on social media, and on the front it says right here, all new animated short featuring Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, which is the short film Sonic Drone Home, which takes place after the second movie, and I already made a reaction video to that. But as we look to the side, if the camera can go good, please work with me. There we go, we got ourselves Dr. Robotnik played by Jim Carrey. Papa's got a brand new stash. And then we go down below where we get to see himself, Blue Justice, aka Sonic the Hedgehog, and then turn to the other side, we got Nipples the Enchilada, aka Knuckles the Echidna, then you got the smart foxy boy himself, Miles Tails Prower, and then up above you got the Paramount Pictures logo. And then, as we turn to the backside, which it looks absolutely amazing, where it says, even better than the first film. I mean, like, duh. Of course, the second movie is 10 times better than the first film. Like, don't get me wrong, the first movie, I enjoyed it from what it is. It's still a good movie. It's a nice, simple origin story, but the second movie definitely was 10 times better, and it's definitely a lot more Sonic driven. The one thing I can compare about both these two, because obviously this one has a DVD while this one's just the Blu-ray and the digital code, this one has like a comic book that's like in the back, which I can like get it out later once when I open it, but this one does it because there was like a Walmart exclusive one where it has the IDW prequel comic that takes place after the first movie but before the second one, but I'm like, I just like the cover of this poster better than the Sonic vs. Knuckles one, and plus I already downloaded the comic myself on a digital platform. So as we look in comparison of the back where it shows everything, where it shows the plot synopsis, it shows the character images, it says right here, the world's favorite blue hedgehog is back for the next adventure in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. After settling in Green Hills, Sonic is eager to prove he has what it takes to be a true hero. His test comes when Dr. Robotnik returns, this time with a new partner, Knuckles, in search of an emerald that has the power to destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick, Tails, and together they embark a globe-trotting journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. It's exactly like the plot synopsis that leaked last year on the internet, which I made a video about it, so thank you government, and thank you internet. And then it shows some other details right here that says, next level bonus features, the animated short short film, Robotnik Reimagined with Jim Carrey, which is a feature about Jim Carrey's involvement in playing the roles of Dr. Robotnik, The Powerful Puncher Knuckles, which is a featurette with Idris Elba and the cast and crew talking about Knuckles, with deleted scenes, bloopers, and much more. And as we just unwrapped it, we definitely get to see a repeat of it, but it's all wrapped inside, which I gotta unbox this for myself. And this is exactly what I mean, once when you have this cover, it just protects the Blu-ray. And then we look at the first movie in comparison, which has the limited edition comic book, which is just this mini comic book that's 16-bit, where it just retells everything from the first movie, but it's kind of in some of the images and some of the screenshots that you have seen from the first movie's end credits when they played Speed Me Up. So it's exactly what they did with the Sonic Movie 2 prequel comic once when you get the Walmart exclusive one. So I decided to only get this one because, hey, it's a lot cheaper to get, and I just think this one has a much better cover. And plus, the second movie, I'm glad I finally got in my collection, and I think it's the last merchandise I'm gonna own for now until Sonic Movie 3. But before I get to wrap up this video, I want to show what's going to be like for the Blu-ray features and the menu itself. Yoink! But before we get to the main menu of the Sonic Movie 2 on Blu-ray, here's some redeem codes of buying the movie on digital, whether that's Sonic Movie 1 or Sonic Movie 2. If you guys are interested, feel free to pause this video, screenshot it, or tag me on Twitter or on Instagram. Just send me a DM by saying, hey, I want the digital codes. And then there you go. You get the digital version of Sonic Movie 1 and Sonic Movie 2 by these digital codes exclusively. And then when you turn to this side of Sonic Movie 2's digital code, you get the promotions of the first movie. You get to see the same comic book that I got from the first movie's Blu-ray. You get the 4 Ultra K package with some mini posters from the first movie. And then you got on the other one, which is just Paramount's earlier movies in 2018 and 2019. And then as we move those aside, we got ourselves the video games from the last couple of years is Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, and Team Sonic Racing. And then you can shop for the Sega merchandise and the mobile games. And this one's the exact same thing, but this time it's more for the recent games, which are basically remasters of Sonic Colors Ultimate and the remasters of Sonic Origins, which is basically a remastered collection of Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, but an all-in-one modern console game, which is pretty fitting since the first 2 movies take inspiration from the classic game specifically. And it's the same thing like in the first movie where you got the mobile games of Sonic Dash and Sonic Forces, but this time it has the movie cover, and then it shows the Sonic and the Sega official merchandise website that you guys can feature, or maybe you can look it up on the internet, or just buy some any Sonic merch, or download the games, or get some more Blu-rays, DVDs, and Ultra 4K packages of the first movie. So I think this is pretty smart that the people behind the movies and the Blu-rays are saying oh, get the video games and get the first movie in your collection. So once again, this is really good marketing, but not to waste any more time, let's just get to the Blu-ray, to the main menu. And now we get some shooting estrellas on top of the mountain. The same mountain that Sonic and Tails went inside through the movie. We go to Paramount Pictures HQ. Ooh, this looks pretty colorful. Hey, you got a silhouette of Sonic up there and snowboarding. Knuckles. I like the electricity glaring on the characters. Hey, we got Tails with the ring portal. Nice job, Paramount. Hey, there we got Jim Carrey's Robotnik on the side next to Sonic and Tails. Knuckles and Robotnik on the island. I wonder who's gonna be next. Hey, well, if it isn't the Pastry King. He's the new CEO with that sunglasses. Cause every single character got their own individual posters. But hey, like I said, good job Paramount for making this creative main menu. Let's look at the extras, shall we? So let's read these down below. Commentary by director Jeff Fowler and the voice of Sonic, Ben Schwartz, which I'll definitely would watch that later. The animated short, which I made a reaction to. Deleted scenes and extended scenes. The bloopers, oh boy, can't wait to make a chuckle out of that. Kid Cudi Stars in the Sky, it's a pretty upbeat song. Finding Your Team, which is basically the crew with Jeff Fowler and the main cast members. The Powerful Puncher Knuckles, hey, right timing, with Idris Elba. Rapid Fire Questions with Ben Schwartz. Robotnik Reimagined with Jim Carrey. And a sibling for Sonic Tails with Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Then you got the settings with your usual languages and your dubs and your subtitles with English, Danish, French, Francis, and you get the point. And then, as usual, for your DVD and Blu-ray selection, you just gotta go to any single scene you want to choose if you want to rewatch your favorite scenes from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I gotta say, the Blu-ray main menu is a big improvement over the first one, and I gotta say, like I said, very creative when they show the character slots one by one, and I can totally imagine for what Sonic Movie 3's main menu would be like in the future round from late 2024 to early 2025. So, you deserve a thumbs up for me, the main menu of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Blu-ray.
Eat lightning and crap thunder!
So full disclosure, is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 worth getting on Blu-ray? Yeah, absolutely. I say I highly recommend it if you want to own the movie yourself, if you want to get it on Blu-ray, DVD, 4K Ultra, or maybe get the Steelbook. You can get it down by Amazon, or eBay, or Target, or Walmart, or Best Buy, or however you want to get this movie and your beloved home in your collection. So I'm glad I got the first movie and the second movie combined in my Blu-ray collection. Hopefully, if there's a third movie, I'll definitely like to add it in the Sonic movie trilogy. But if you want to have like two movies into one, there is a 2-movie collection set where you can get 2 movies into one, but that's your choice if you want to get them separate or you just want them together. And hopefully for like any cases of the future, since I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan myself, hopefully he comes back for Sonic Movie 3, which he has been vocal about it.
So what is that next right project for you, if anything? What would bring you back to acting again?
I want something to surprise me if I am going to do it again. I do have also a love for the Sonic franchise. I obviously would consider doing another one if it was right. I really just want to be inspired. Like when I picked up Truman Show, I went, this just must be said. Eternal Sunshine, this just has to be done. Dumb and Dumber has to be done. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a wonderful, inspiring thing to do and creative, and that I can have fun.
So, under his one condition, he would come back if the story feels right to him. So, I'm counting on the writers Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and director Jeff Feller in order to convince Jim Carrey to come back for at least one more story, and then I'll be satisfied. But aside from that, I'm pretty sure I said everything I had to say about Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my YouTube channel, so this is potentially the last one in the Sonic Movie 2 era until we're ready for like more major stuff, more major official announcements for Sonic Movie 3 and the Knuckles series that should be coming out next year on Paramount Plus. But anyway, that'll be all for my Blu-ray unboxing video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I can link the link in the description below for those who wants to get the Blu-ray from Amazon, who's interested to get the digital codes. And yeah, so let me know down in the comments of what do you think about this video. But anyway, that'll be all for today's video, and as I like to say in the words of Dr. Robotnik, later, hater! Or in other words, like I usually would say in my outros, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye then.